Yo, 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 we are back. Bruins are in the playoffs. This is a game one playoff preview, pregame, whatever you want to call it. We're here, baby. It's me and the one and the only Bobby Brewski. Just feels so much better in the playoffs. Cheers, brother. Oh, wait, I'll wait. There we go.
Cheers.
Cheers, baby. We're back.
Woo!
We're back. How you doing, Bobby?
Looking good, feeling good. What is up? Hey, for the Buffalo fans looking, 73, Charlie McAvoy, a present player on the roster. Seen a lot of former Buffalo players, jerseys out there. Ristolainen, Ryan Hartz, O'Reilly. Put your money where your mouth is. Go work hard. Go buy a jersey with an actual player on it. And then you can talk trash. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. I know me and you both saw that video of the players in their Walmart knockoff, Target actually knockoff. I guess Target there, right? With Walmart here, tackling that dummy outside the arena. It's gonna look real dumb in a couple hours. That's what I gotta say.
Ironic that they're tackling a Cam Neely jersey, and it's like you're just doing what Bruins fans have been wanting to do for the last 8 years. You're more of a Bruins fan than you realize, buddy.
Dude, they've been so down on themselves, they don't realize same.
Yeah, you're like we support it. We support
yeah,
it.
they think we'd be mad about that. No. But man, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see, like, the first 10 minutes of this game is going to be absolutely mayhem. Like, I don't know if I want to fight off the opening draw, but I think this is a series where we might see a fight off the opening draw.
I think because of the Marco Sturm comments, the whole we're bigger, stronger, I think Lindy Ruff is going to do that tap on the shoulder.
I don't know. I don't think it's come out yet. I've been getting ready, getting home to get ready to do this. I don't know if anybody realized Vegas' voice right now. How it got after it with the fellas last night on real time. But we said we were gonna be here, so we're here. I haven't seen. Have they said what line's starting?
I'm just looking for that right now because
now my ears are perked. I literally perked my own ears up there. Yeah, man, like I wouldn't be surprised if the fourth line start and Zadorov and maybe Peak as well, just to like set the tone of like big boy hockey. But this is where matchups really start to matter, and this is where you see what your coach is really made of. Game one on the road in a hostile environment like that. It's going to be really interesting to see how this all unfolds at the very beginning.
Yeah, I think the first 10 minutes is going to dictate, what the Boston Bruins is going to be up against. Because I like the thing, there's that experience factor. House is going to be rocking. I mean, we've all watched Bills games on TV, and the crowds are crazy. Like I can make fun of Buffalo and their fans and their obsession with the clearance section racks all I want. The fans bring it. And they're going to have no choice but to not only feed off the energy, but match the energy. You know what I mean? And Boston, I think that's a secret advantage that I don't think people talked about enough, is that the Boston players are well adjusted to that. Not to mention that Bruins fans travel well. Like, in the sense, every game could be a home game when you're the Boston Bruins.
Plus, you got a lot of, like, especially, what's it called? Like, in the Toronto area, you have a lot of Bruins fans, like more than people would think. And like, that is not a far drive from Toronto to Buffalo. I know the prices were insane, but like there's people that would have paid good money to be at this game and not giving a shit on the Boston side as well. So I'm curious to see how we, how we present ourselves at this game, if that makes sense, like with the fans. But it's that building's gonna be like that first 10 minutes, like it's gonna make I could make or break the game, to be honest.
No, I totally agree. I think one thing that I've been thinking about all afternoon is maybe the conversation's being had with Jeremy Swayman
Mm.
and the decor. Like, does Swayman want a few shots on him early in the game, or do they want him to play their tight game?
Yeah,
See,
does he
he's
want
a
to
great
feel the
goaltender in the
puck?
playoffs. Like, let him get a feel. Let him get a
Yeah.
few saves. Let him, flex out. We don't have to go through the history of what happened when that doesn't happen with your starting goaltender. But that's
Hmm.
where I'm kind of at. I want to know where that kind of dictates, and just excited, man. I'm excited for both sides. Obviously, more for the Bruins. I mean, it's the way that as soon as you woke up today, you're just piss and vinegar. Just feel
Dude,
jet.
I had I had a little tingle in my balls, and I was like, why am I giddy today? Why did I should it was one of those nights where you're like and you wake up all good, and you have a nice we had breakfast sandwiches in the morning, boys breakfast and and then when I was done it, I was like, I feel pretty good. I should be probably banged up a little still. And then I remembered the tingle in my nuts is the Bruins are playing in a playoff game tonight in Buffalo. It's just the force was with me right when I woke up from the start. Grit is right.
Fucking
Grit
grit,
is
baby.
right, baby.
I just sent you the warm ups warm up. Like Scott McLaughlin did the warm up lines. I sent you the WhatsApp. But we got Geeky
Okay.
Limon Pasta for the opening line. Middle stat Zaka Arvidsson second line. Slim Jim Jimmy Higgins making his Boston Bruins Stanley Cup playoffs debut on the third line with Fraser Minton and Marat Hustadinov. Tanner Jeannot, Sean Corrali, Mark Kastelik. And then on defense, we have Asperat and McAvoy, Lindholm, Lorai, Zadorov, and Peak. And then your starting goaltender, of course, will be Jeremy Gold Medal Swayman. The
Jeremy
Bulldog.
Flippins. Jeremy Flippin Swayman, baby. Like I listened to the presser, Sturm's presser before. Sorry, I'm just locking in my Tim picks of Pasternak, McAvoy, and Lorai.
Oh, yeah.
Going hard today. But I watched his what's it called? Presser today. And he was talking about exactly what you just said. Like they're like, what has Jeremy Swim meant to you this year? Like what has it brought to your roster this year? He's like, well, first of all, like he's happy on and off the ice. He's playing well. He's in a good place. Like he won a gold medal this year. Like all those things coupled together is exactly what he brings to this roster. And it's like we had Tom on last week or last podcast. Make sure you go listen to it if you haven't already. Um, but he was essentially saying the same thing. Like it's hard to be a leader as a goalie, but like Swayman damn does the best job he can to like be a leader on and off the ice, even when he's playing or not playing. And it's just awesome to see where we are today. Where last year he was like questionable to be the backup for what's it called, the World Championship, and he ends up being the starter and gold medalist, gold medal clinching game winner against, or sorry, with Tage Thompson, who will be facing off against tonight. Are you worried about TNT?
I mean, that first line that they have, Peyton Krebs, Tage Thompson, Alex Tuck, I think without a doubt that might be, and this is pumping some tires for Peyton, but that might be their version of the perfection line that we had. I'm a little worried. I'm not. I have enough respect for Tage Thompson and Alex Tuck to say that. Yeah, because we don't know. We've never seen Tage Thompson in this position.
Yeah,
and
no,
I don't doubt him. I don't. There's zero doubt with me. I think he's going to be a gamer. I think he's going to be in your face. My only thing is I just hope he blows his load early.
Oh yeah. This is the thing. Like, he's a really good player. Don't get me wrong. And that line is really good. It's actually a fun line to watch. But like when you're going up head to head against David Pastrnak, it's like you said, like you better bring it your all. Like if he doesn't show up in this series, oh, Buffalo, their players and fans are gonna get a sweet, sweet taste in their mouths that they forgot about hating your star player because he didn't show up in the playoffs. They haven't had that problem in 14 years now? But we know that problem very well. I think your equivalent of what's it called? TNT Tage Thompson is Elias Lindholm needs to show up for the Bruins. He needs to have a big series, or this is not gonna go well for us. And I'm not saying that because I'm not sorry, real quick. I'm not saying that because he's some world beater superstar. I'm saying it because of the precedent that he holds. That he's all right. Maybe he's just an average tier 2 Selkie type defensive forward, two-way forward, whatever you want to call it. But he's known as this playoff performer. So like that's why he was signed and brought here. Same with Zadorov, right? So that's the way I meant it, and not like, oh, he's a superstar like Pasternak, he better show up. And he's making pretty good money, and he's known as a playoff player.
Mm-hmm. Like in 40 playoff games, he has 27 points, 13 goals. You know, and I'm sure
his face-off
percentages
probably 64%, like something insane.
Like, not to be Moneyball, but I think a lot of people, I've seen a lot of top 10 like Stanley Cup Finals. Listen to 2024 is on there a lot with Edmonton and Florida. That was the time they came back down from 3-0. A lot of people forget that you're a bounce away from Vancouver eliminating Edmonton in the second round.
Yeah.
Like, if Stuart Skinner just doesn't turn into Patrick Waugh, if
for
that
one
Garland goal, that shot that Garland had in Game 6 just bounces past Demko, like it's, you know, who knows? It's one of the greatest what ifs in my mind from this decade, because I think that Demko had the stupidity to take that team to the Stanley Cup Finals. I don't know if they beat Florida, but he definitely had the courage. But like when Elias Lindholm didn't sign in Vancouver, they were pissed. Fans were pissed. The radio was pissed. The ownership was pissed, because it was like they thought that they had a team that they weren't concerned about the team for the 82 games. They thought they had the team that once you're in, it doesn't matter. Like they had like, here's the thing, like not that we're a Canucks podcast, but like Thatcher Demko went healthy as a starting goaltender. They had Quinn Hughes, like, and then you got Elias Lindholm up front, like,
and then
with Elias Pettersson and JT Miller, like that was a Stanley Cup caliber team. And then within a few phone calls, it got dismantled.
A worse matchup for Florida too, in my opinion, than Edmonton. Like, I get Edmonton as the two best players in the world, but like stylistically, bar for bar, line for line, that Vancouver team is way worse of a matchup for Florida. But I think that's like, it's funny because it's going full circle. Look at us, we're landing the plane here. That's exactly what this series is with this Buffalo Sabres team. Like, we're a better matchup. This is a better matchup for us than like a Carolina, in my opinion. I think it would have been nice.
I agree with you.
Interesting. I think it would have been interesting to play Carolina, but like, we look at Colorado today. They won, and they won 2-0. But transition game doesn't work the same in the playoffs that like Shorzy said. What do you get in the playoffs? You get the fucking lumber, man. No one wants to go in the corners.
And that's just the thing. I'm
How do you break
interested
the
in Lindy
puck
Ruff
out?
in this team. I'm interested in this team in Lindy Ruff, because I the one thing I do want to pump some tires. I want to give some flowers where flowers are deserved.
Yeah.
And this is just like me calling out lazy journalism. This is the easiest take they can have. This is two underdogs, like truly just two teams that were written off October 1st. I mean, you've got Josh
Game
Norris,
3,
who was
their own
traded.
Game 3, their own fans were fucking calling it a season.
Sure, that kid. I think of that kid. I've been thinking of that kid this whole run.
Yeah.
Just once in my life. Just score a goal.
It was over.
Yeah, they lost to the New York Rangers. The 2026 New York Rangers shut them out.
Crazy.
Like, and then now they're in the playoffs. Like, that kid deserves this. But one person I've thought a lot about over the weekend is Josh Norris. I mean, last year he gets traded for Dylan Cousins. He misses out on a chance to go to the playoffs. And now he's here a year later. I think of Jordan Greenway, who spent years just trugging along in Minnesota. Like, that bottom six has some guys who have no choice but to rise to the occasion. And as excited as I am for Jimmy Higgins, and I think Jimmy Higgins is going to be great. I think we saw it. I mean, we've talked about the Gabranson goal, or the Gabranson play that led to his first point against Columbus. Dude, Josh Stone is nothing to scuff at.
No.
Like, I'm pissed that we got to play Josh Stone in the playoffs. I think, like, if he's got 1/10 of what his dad has, that's also a solid bottom line. And, like, that's the only flowers I'm giving out. That and, like, Alex Lyon's name is literally the line from Madagascar. Like, that's it. That's all you guys get.
Well, another thing too, like not really flowers, I guess, but like I'm with you. I think Josh Stone's a hell of a hockey player. I think that line's probably matched up against Pasta's line. Like
That's what I'm feeling. Yeah,
them
Josh
or
Stone. Josh Norris has that like, um, it'd be great if I remembered names. But he has that Anton Lundell vibe to me.
he does.
Where I
He
think if you
does.
don't play if you're not an Atlantic Division hockey fan, you have no idea who Josh Norris is or how good he is.
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of people, depending on how the series is gonna go, is gonna be like, I can't believe Ottawa traded Josh Norris.
Yeah. Still,
It's everyone's
Utah.
expecting the Fraser Mitten thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, and
I'm
that's the
excited though.
the third lines are gonna be massive in this series. Like this is one of those series where your third line wins you the series. So like speaking of James Higgins, Fraser Min, Josh Doan on the other side, Josh Norris, like they kind of Josh Norris's line also kind of mimics the Zaka line. Like the middle six is going to be heavily lied upon in this series, and it's going to be a big learning experience for Fraser and Minton and Husnadine, or sorry, Fraser and Higgins and Husnadinov. But I think they're going to surprise people. Like, I think the same way you're saying, like, Josh Norris and Josh Doan, like, they both could have, like, traded from different organizations, coming from, they're not the typical drafted 10th overall Buffalo Sabres picks. They were sought after, right? Like they're paid pretty price for these players, trading players that they did take. And I just think it's gonna be big for like it's gonna be a big series for that. Like the kid lines are gonna really have to show up. And I think the way you're saying all that, I think the Bruins kid line's actually gonna surprise us in this series. I wonder
I
if we
think
see our
this
first Hagen's goal, like not tonight, but like in this series. I wouldn't be shocked if he's a big
I
player
love it.
moment, man. He's a big player moment, or
I would love
big
it.
moment player, whatever. Same.
He's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
I
He's got
just
that
like
PMV.
it's just I don't know, man. It's just something about it, and like I just like it's so funny because if you go up to like 31 other organizations and you're like Fraser Mitten, like rookie, essentially a rookie player, first year NHL player, third line center,
Yeah,
probably a little bit of hesitancy with that sentence, a little bit of nervousness. Where like Fraser, I don't know. I just look at him and I'm like, it's okay.
yeah.
I'm all okay with it. I'm just as okay with Fraser Mitten centering the third line as I was Charlie Coyle doing it with one leg.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you're just like,
Uh-huh.
we're good. Like I think that's one thing looking at the lineup and all the projections and leading up to tonight is like it's so crazy from that first game against Washington today is like we have a lineup that doesn't really have question marks on it.
Mm-hmm.
Our biggest question mark on the lineup right now is Andrew Peak. And there are
Yeah.
31 other organizations that can kill to have Andrew Peak.
Oh yeah.
Their decor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that's our
The other-
biggest like what?
like I hate that I have to say this because me and you have been really big supporters of this guy, and we kind of wanted him to come to Boston for this exact reason. But on the mirrored opposite side, it's Luke Shen. Like like I'm sure Buffalo would rather have Peak than Shen. Like I'm not, and that's no diss on Shen. We're Shen positive pod. We said at the deadline like that's a guy I could see the Bruins getting, and I wouldn't be mad about it because it probably wouldn't cost a lot. But he goes to Buffalo in that trade instead, and I'm not hating on him, but like I'm sure if Buffalo could have got Peak from Boston, they would have.
Oh, 100%. And I just think like that's another thing too is the aspect of like Luke Shen has that Stanley Cup experience. He's played in big barns, big games. I just think having someone in that room who's like confident,
Can calm him down,
calm
too.
the guys. Like Ramses Dowling, like he needs that. He needs someone.
Fucking right, it's Pasta.
Shout out Dave
He
Warren,
does.
baby. But with that on a note, like I do have to, like Logan Stanley, he was the whipping boy in Winnipeg for years, and then into last year's playoffs, that series against St. Louis, like Stanzilla became a thing. Like it was like WrestleMania went on pause because it was Stanley Mania. You know what I mean? And I just like I look at him and I'm like, I never ask for players to revert back to themselves, but Logan,
yeah,
if you want a long-term contract, bro, you want to get out of Buffalo, just do what you do best,
Well, I love how like Buffalo
Love you,
fans like
Logan.
we got big Logan Stanley. Like I'm like, bro, he's not like he Buff. Bobby watched this guy in Winnipeg a lot and complained about how he didn't use his body or size enough at all. Like it's not like this Logan Stanley is not Zadorov. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they look the same, but they play a way different game.
Well, on the note of Shen, like one thing I will say about Logan Stanley, because I had a few people like, oh, they got Logan Stanley. And I was like, yeah. And in game 7 last year, Mark Scheifele left the game.
Mm,
Luke Shen, not Luke, the other Shen, Braden Shen,
Braden Shen.
he scored the opening goal in game 6 last year after absolutely murdering Josh Morrissey.
Mm-hmm.
And my big thing with those two incidents is like, first off, Braden Shen should never have been in a healthy enough position to fire a Sports Center top 10 goal
Yeah.
like 10 minutes into the game. Because my thing was like, that guy knocks your Norris Trophy defenseman out. You run him through the boards every chance he got. And he didn't. Braden Shen was filing his taxes through the first 10 minutes of that game last year,
Yeah.
doing whatever
Yeah.
he wanted to do. And then he scored the opening goal, and it was like, all right, we're going to game 7. Like, that's where the Logan Stanley stuff, where I look at him like, I don't know. Yeah, you had a few big hits. It was Stanley Mania, but there was the other factor where it's like St. Louis, they bit your kneecap off. And then Dallas Stars got what was left of you and dismantled you. And, you know, when Pitt played Edmonton, and the rest is history, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, that's what I'm trying. I'm not too concerned. I'm more concerned with Ramses Dowling because he's a little rat.
Yeah, same, man.
Marshy tore apart his helmet, and he doesn't do that because he wants to. He was pissed.
Yeah, he didn't do that.
Probably said
he didn't do that for just for shits and giggles.
Maybe he said to him, "Hey, I was just in Boston. It was pretty loud in there. I guess they didn't need you."
Yeah, literally. Yeah. We're getting close to puck drop now, which is so crazy to think we're getting close to puck drop in a Boston Bruins first round matchup against the Buffalo Sabres. Did not think I'd be saying those words. If you told me a year ago Boston and Buffalo would be playing in the first round and Buffalo won the division, I literally would have laughed in your face. But here we are. To wrap things up, Bobby, I called this who scores the first goal. We'll give one from each team, who we think real quick. We can talk about it for a second. But I figure we do that as a nice little send-off to go into the game here, which is about to start the national anthem soon.
Crazy. I'll go first then. Yeah, on Buffalo, because I've dogged him enough in his career. I do think, I think Alex Tuck's going to be the guy to get Buffalo going, and that will sort of solidify the Jack Eichel trade. On the Boston side, yeah, Jason just read my mind. I'm going Mason Lohrei. I'm going.
Let's go. What up,
Hooters,
Jason?
baby.
Hooters
stock while it's low. Hooters. Yeah, the Louisiana Rattlesnake, baby. Who you got? Who do you got?
All right, so for Buffalo, I'm taking Zach Benson. I think he gets the first goal.
Sounds like a Tim pick.
Yeah, I just I don't know why. I took him as like my undercover on the podcast as my like undercover. This kid needs to, if this kid has a big series, we're probably fucked just because like, you know what I mean? Like that's one of those things like, oh God, if he's scoring goals and having a good series, they probably are in a hole. And not saying he's the heartbeat of that team. It's just that's one of those random players where you're like, oh man, yeah, remember when Kunitz went off that first year he did like for Pittsburgh? It's got that same type of vibe. But for the Bruins, I want to go Hagen so bad just because it's like, oh, that would be so incredible. But I think that happens in Boston. So I'm going to go with the guy we were talking about earlier, Fraser Minton. Go another young guy. Last year was Johnny Beecher. No one saw that coming. So I'm going with Fraser Minton, your 7th player of the year award winner for the first goal. I love Lohrei. I love Pasta. Those both make a lot of sense for their history against this franchise in regular season games. But I got to go with Fraser Minton. Minty fresh, baby. Minty fresh.
I love it.
Yeah. All right, dude. We're about to we're getting close to puck drop here. I'm a psycho, so I want to watch the national anthems and stuff. I gotta soak it all in for the very
Hell yeah.
first game. But thank you to everybody that watched this. We will be doing more of these. Keep your eyes peeled for post game ones too, because those are more of a feel thing. But we'll probably be doing these for as many, like if we can, and we're free. We'll probably be doing these for as many games as we can, just to get as much time talking to you guys and in front of you guys as possible before, you know, we're looking at draft stuff, which hopefully is until June, like Bobby said on the podcast. But thank you to everybody that showed up. Like I said, keep your eyes peeled for post game stuff. Probably not tonight, but you never know. Me and Bobby could just be texting like, all right, fuck. So, Bobby, anything you want to say before we go?
For those about to rock, we salute you, baby.
Let's go, baby. I fucking love it. You've been great. We've been Only Bruins. Stay cool. Till next time. Peace. Let's go, Bruins, bitch.
Peace.
Let's go, baby.